Hey everybody, it's new to being a otaku here, and welcome to the ABC podcast. That's the name we went with, the Anime Brony Creativity Podcast. And today I am here with our regular members. And yes, last week we were the Turtling Podcast, but we plan on sticking with this name. So introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Austin, or Austin Cam.
Sup, you fucktards? It's Simon here from I Hate to Kill My Mom.
There we go. And you have used your first censorship, so no more words for you, Mr. Swedish.
Yeah, it's a tradition now. And besides, it's my birthday in 30 hours. I do what I want.
Oh yeah, actually I was gonna mention that. Everyone go wish him a happy birthday because his birthday's in like 2 days. So go wish him a happy birthday.
I'm sounding like such a jerk.
Yes,
Yeah.
you do, but it's true because you're just being yourself. So with that, let's move on to he's just being himself. Okay, so everyone get quick to the pictures, and the first one is from Austin, sent at 1:58 p.m. Yes, that was a while ago, and then we will start reacting to
Wait,
pictures.
what?
Your first
1:58
picture.
p.m.
That's when you sent the first picture.
No, that's the YouTube link.
No, right underneath that, it's the picture that you sent.
Oh, okay.
Okay, everyone get ready for that, and then I'll count us down, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. And it's loading.
It's loading up. Yeah. Discord. Discord. Yep.
Too bad she doesn't do anything to stop him in that episode.
Yeah.
And like, you have the elements of harmony, just go and do stuff. I'll stay here with Luna and do some stuff.
Stuff.
Okay, I won't go there, sorry.
Okay, thank you for this picture. Let's move on to the next one. Okay,
Tell you the
and
truth,
the next one
yeah,
right
well,
under. Okay, the next one right underneath the one Austin sent. It's another one from Austin. And
very funny.
Okay, just let's go on. 3, 2, 1. Click. I don't know
Gabe
who
Newell.
Gabe
Newell.
I actually heard his name a billion times, and I can't remember what exactly does he do.
He's the
head of Valve.
Yeah, he's head of Valve, and people don't like him because
yeah, there we go. I forgot.
he's not making he's not making Half-Life 3.
And he is a brony.
Yes, he is. He is.
I actually forgot about that because I've heard his name a million times, and I always hear about him, but I just never really do anything about him. I've heard him like a billion times. Well, thank you. Let's move on to the next picture.
Yeah, but seriously, Valve is eventually gonna have to get to Half-Life 3.
Well, we can save that for the video game part of the story. So let's move on to the next picture. And 3, 2, and 1. Dear Princess Celestia, I didn't learn anything. Oh, actually, she wrote something else. I didn't see that part.
Well, that's that face. That face.
That face.
Oh, I wanted to see that.
I was
thank you.
reenacting the video. I didn't actually read what she put down, but thank you for that picture. Of course, she got banished to the moon immediately after that. You know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and next picture in 3, 2, and 1.
I love this pitch. This is amazing.
Oh yeah, I've seen the video on YouTube.
I wonder what they're listening to.
What is love?
Oh well, yeah. I mean, duh.
What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me. No more.
Okay, we're not gonna turn this into us singing, but thank you, and we'll move on to the next picture in 3, 2, and 1.
Oh, yeah.
I want it.
I want it now.
Colombia.
Is that 100? Like, does it cost $100? Does that cost?
Is that
$1,000?
Spanish? That's
Wait,
Spanish, right?
It's 1,000.
It's $1,000.
Oh, it is. I think
It's
I would pay
$1,000.
I can't
Come on, you
recognize
get
this
12 stickers. What do you expect?
Actually, that's
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 what
a
it
good
says,
bargain.
but it's a picture of an ice cream thing.
that's a
this
good
is
bargain right there.
Spanish of some
$1,000 for
kind.
12 stickers and ice cream. That's pretty good right there. I have to say.
I paid $8 on eBay for like I think around 12 stickers or something like that. Okay, well, thank you. Let's move on to the next picture, and this one is from me actually. Sent at 3:05, just so we all know which one this is, and we'll be clicking on it in 3:05 p.m. and 3, 2, and 1. My favorite.
My
Wait
a second. Give me a second. I haven't clicked it on it yet.
Oh, you haven't? Okay, we'll wait for you then. I know this was perfectly
I have this friend.
photoshopped.
I have this friend, and he's like, dude, have you played Pokemon yet? And I'm like, no. And he's like, have you played Pokemon yet? No. Have you played Pokemon yet? No. But at least watch my Pokemons.
I don't play Pokemon. From a young age, I was banned from it, so I'll just stick with that. And the next picture, which was also sent from me, we'll be clicking on that in 3, 2, and 1. And this is every guy who watches MLPA.
Oh my god, so happy.
Yeah, it's 30 minutes later. Ponies!
So happy.
Yep.
So happy.
I love his scarf.
That point didn't have a Q mark.
You ruined the picture. Click on to the next one.
That's like the Harry Potter scarf.
Yeah.
Gryffindor.
Okay. 3, 2, and 1. Deal with it. If you wouldn't mind. Yes.
Oh, I don't mind.
I don't mind at all for you. Okay. That was a very great one. So now let's move on to the next one, which is also from me. And we'll be clicking on it in 3, 2, and 1.
All those faces.
What are they looking at is my question. What are they looking? They're watching our podcast. There you go.
I bet
Oh my
Princess Celestia
God.
sent it. Look at her.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess she did send it.
Yeah, check out this one nerd from Florida, one nerd from New Jersey, and one nerd from Swedish. They're all idiots, and they're talking on this stupid podcast.
The Spike is like, Swedish, you say?
Everyone knows that everyone watches this just for the Swedish guy.
Yeah, you can't deny it.
Yes.
Yeah, that kind of sounds like.
By watching this, they feel like they're bringing some international culture into their lives.
Yeah.
Okay, you're saying too much about yourself. Let's move on to the next picture.
Yes.
You're not that great. Okay, 3, 2,
Yep,
and 1. Oh, and by the way, this one is also from me.
Oh well, yeah, you got it. Yep, gotta do it. Gotta do
wrap
it. Yeah.
up winter.
Yeah. Gotta
I
do it.
love this one.
So true.
Okay, I think that's all we can say, so let's move on to the next one. And this is a other one from me, which we will be clicking on in 3, 2, and 1.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Like, who needs it,
Exactly.
man? This
Yeah,
is my
seriously?
night every night of my life.
Like,
This is every night of my life.
yeah, the only thing I need is DeviantArt games.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's move on to the next one, which is
by movie.
actually from Austin.
Yeah, that's a big link.
Yep, and we'll be clicking on it in 3, 2, and 1.
Yes, I love this one.
It's loading for me.
Still for me, too.
I remember. I love this one. I do remember this
Oh,
one.
here it comes.
Discord's just like, watch out. 'Cause you guys know that picture, and I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Whoa, we got a badass over here.
Like, we got one over here. And now we'll move on to, which is from me as well. And 3, 2, and 1.
Well, I hope so. I hope.
I hope so, but which is actually going to be a topic we'll be talking about later, but we will talk about that later.
Later.
So now let's move on to the next picture.
Which is by you again.
Yes, also for me. I'm great today. 3, 2, and 1. Yep.
Yeah, well, yeah.
In the end, that's all you need.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all you need. And
Double
now let's
rainbow
move on
guy
to the
agrees.
next picture, which is from Simon actually.
Oh, they're live by you.
My
Simon.
debut.
Yep. His debut. 3, 2, and 1.
Yeah. Well,
I love this picture. I love this picture.
So do
Uh,
This
I.
picture. This picture is great.
I gotta get that shirt.
Yeah.
man, that shirt.
Okay, without adding any more comments to this picture, let's just move on to the next one. Okay, this is from Simon as well. Hopefully it's as good as the last. 3,
Before,
2,
oh
and
my
1.
God. Before, after. This is having me every night. I can't stop thinking.
Yep, and also as you can see, your eyes are open and you're not asleep. You're just like, oh my god. Ponies.
Kind of a muffled there.
Yeah, I'm Batman.
Yeah.
Thank you for that picture, and we shall move on to the next one, which is also from Simon.
Yep.
3, 2, and 1. Ponies defeat a Star Trek villain. Give them a Star Wars award ceremony.
I'm not sure if you get this one.
I actually don't. Oh, the sprites, right?
No.
No.
The Discord. It's the same actor. That's
Yeah.
Q from Star Trek.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And they give them a
'cause,
Star Wars parody award
No,
ceremony.
because there was a.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
There we go.
That's how it went. Yeah.
Okay, no, because I was just thinking about there was actually this episode of Star Trek, and I believe it was called The Trouble with Tribbles, where like these things just kept multiplying, which reminded me of the Parasprites. I'm not a big Star Wars or Star Trek fan. I know a very minimal amount about both. So, with that, and now that I look like a fool, let's move on to the next picture.
This one's by me. It's a gift.
Actually, yes, it is. Okay, and 3, 2, and 1.
Yep, that's it right there.
It's loading for me.
Me too.
Why is so fast?
They're going to Disney World.
Yeah, I recognize that.
Yeah,
It's
that was a
Peter
great
Stewie.
episode, actually. That was a great episode. Why is Lyra Peter?
Well, she's the only one that could drive, I guess.
Yeah, she's the most
Well,
human.
yeah. Oh, okay. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, the next one is from Simon. 3, 2, and 1.
Oh, I'm pretty sure everyone in the whole world's seen this.
Yep.
That face on Twilight.
Yeah,
I just can't stop
that
laughing.
Face. And let's not make a comment about that face, although this was hilarious. And yes, this is what we actually do. This is definitely what we actually do. Okay. So, with that in mind, let's move on to the next picture.
Hi, Simon again.
Yay, he's got a lot
This is
today.
the one that made me laugh so much before.
Okay. I didn't even count down. I clicked on the same picture, so give me a second. Good thing. Okay.
I haven't clicked on it yet.
Oh, okay. 3, 2, and 1. Because I actually clicked on the last picture. I made a mistake. I seen it was the greatest day of my life. I seen this picture before, and I laughed so hard when I first saw this. Also, does anyone think that little boy looks exactly like Jesse Cox? I very much so do think it's Jesse Cox's little boy. That's what I always thought whenever I saw it. Okay, thank you very much. Let's move on to the next picture, which is
Simon.
yeah, it's also from Simon. And 3, 2, and 1. I didn't learn anything. I was right all along. You can do that.
You can do that?
You know, they really do need to connect that. I love that one.
That face.
That
face.
face. That face. Okay, let's move on to our last picture, which is actually from Austin. Yep, from Austin, and we will click on it in 3, 2, and 1.
Yes. I cannot wait till it's a Pokemon. I cannot wait
okay, I
till I
didn't
go
get
get
reference.
this.
Okay. I'm not a big Pokemon fan, so I'm not sure if I get this reference.
I was told at a
this
very
is how
young
it
age
look.
not to watch or play it, so...
But this is really how it looks like. Not kidding. In the game.
Okay, then.
The eyes,
Well,
too?
Thank you.
I'm not
Thank
really
you
sure
very
the
much
eyes,
for the
but that's
picture.
how it's the whole body and look of it.
Wow, that seems pretty good.
Well, thanks.
Some developers are brony.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's actually all the pictures that we have for today. So now what
And
we're
we
going to
spent
do... Yeah,
and
yeah,
we
we
spent
spent about 40
minutes.
minutes getting those.
Yeah, wow.
Yes, so you guys better enjoy that. So now let's talk about what we did this past week. Not related to ponies, anime, or games. Just talking about our week. What did you do, Simon?
Well, the school started, and I began on a new school. It was exciting. There was this one thing that made me laugh. Could hardly hold it in during class. I mean, it was the first lesson of English. The teacher told us, "So I want you to make up your own rules for this class. Of course, keep it real. No, let's bring guns to class. No, just keep it real, something that I could actually allow." And everyone was like, okay. So, how about this? We are allowed to use headphones while working individually. And we were all discussing these genius rules that we could actually get away with publishing. So we got these awesome rules: allow chewing gum, allow headphones while working, maybe put radio on. So she says, okay, you've got your rules? Okay, let me hear you. Let me hear your rules. What do you have? So this one girl, typical smartass, she raises her hand instantly, and I'm like, I wonder what rules she has thought of. And she says, okay, for starters, everyone should bring their books and materials to class. And I'm like, that was a facepalm if you couldn't hear.
Yeah.
And then some guy behind me, he says this. Captain Obvious strikes again. And I could hardly hold it in because that was
Captain
perfect.
Obvious.
That was so timed.
Yeah.
Timed it right. And I was like,
really good timing there.
oh, that was so hilarious.
Captain
Okay.
Obvious.
And anything else, or was that your entire week?
Yeah, I kept it in all that week, trying to not laugh.
Okay, well, that's not related to ponies, anime, or games. What do you do, Austin?
Well, not really much. I've been going to work more often. Like I'm not sure if I said this, but I work at a comic book store, and I help. I have friends there, and I help them out. Like I bag and board. I get a little cardboard piece of board. I put it in a bag, and you put the comic book in the bag, and you tape it down. And
That sounds like
it's
a
pretty
really
much-
hard job.
It's not really that. Well, you remember there's like the people there, they give me like boxes of these stuff, and you got like do a lot of them. Like I pretty much I'm not. I'll be shocked if I haven't did like 500, and it was a lot this past week if I haven't did that much. And I helped organizing a little more, and I just like cleaned it up a little bit, and I just been working and stuff. Nothing really much.
Oh, I have one more thing about school this week that I really think you guys should
okay.
know. It involves putting ponies in class, so I guess it's a little bit pony related.
Okay.
You know, I was trying out an experiment to see if I could find any bronies in my class. How do I do this without attracting haters? I put on a brony shirt with a reference that only a brony could understand. So I took my awesome graffiti DJ Pone 3 shirt that you saw in my time-lapse video,
Okay.
and I took that to school. Sadly, nobody reacted, haters or bronies, so I don't think there are any bronies in my class. But the really awesome news is we're having this class that's called Creativity Action Service, and we're supposed to, in the creativity department, make our own project. It can be a sculpture, a painting, even a video. And that's what I'm going to make. I'm going to make a brony documentary for class.
Wow. You're gonna do it all by yourself, or you gonna have some
Yeah,
friends?
I'm going to do it all by myself. I'm going to have a music department, I'm going to have video department, and I'm going to have art department. I'm going to talk about the things that bronies have done and why we're not deviant or, well, pedophiles or anything like that.
That's awesome. That's
If you need
awesome.
if you need any help, me and Austin will definitely be on board for that. If you need any help.
When's it gonna be done? When you say?
It depends when the project has to be turned in.
Okay, that sounds awesome. I would love to see that.
Yeah, obviously I'm gonna publish it to YouTube if I actually do it, which I
That'd be awesome. I would love
Yeah,
to
that does
see
sound
that.
really cool. Does anyone have anything else to say about their week before I go to my story?
Oh, you go ahead.
Okay, this past week, I discovered this place that one of my cousins took me to, and it is called a Wawa. the Wawa is supposed to be on the West Coast, and apparently they just brought them to the East Coast. And what it is it is like a gas station, but it serves food. And like the thing is, you go up to like these like computer screens, and like you it's like a touchpad, and you just pick your sandwich. Do you want mayonnaise on this and whatnot? And like the place is like seriously one of the freaking coolest places I have ever been. Like the outside is like made of glass and wood, and it's like crazy. Like it looks really cool, and the inside is nice. And they play like, I don't know, they play like Beach Boys music, and it's just really really cool. And they have like every flavor of Ben and Jerry's. It's like the coolest gas station in the world. And needless to say, I will definitely be going there more. And then I actually have a story that I did tell you guys, but I figured the people watching should know because it's somewhat interesting. Last night, I was playing with my dog, me and my brother. And we were just throwing his little ball around, and we were chasing him and playing with him. So there was one point where my brother threw the ball, and I fell down. So when I fell down, my brother, for some really stupid reason, just jumped on top of me because me and him, like, fight each other all day. But it's for fun. So I was trying to, like, get up. And because my dog saw, I was like, hey, I should join in. So my dog jumped on top of my brother. How does he do that? Well, he needs to start because, his paws need to be on the floor in order for him to jump. I guess he thought it was a good idea to put his paw in my eye. My dog, and let everyone know, I have a German Shepherd. His nail went freaking straight in my eye. And I screamed for about 2 minutes straight of pain.
Ow.
And it was awful. And it was just horrible. Like, every time I blinked, it's like I felt like there was like a cut or something. By the way, just so you guys know, this was the corner of my eye. So if it was like half an inch moved, I could have been inside a terrible pain. Thank God it wasn't. But yes, so thankfully our first aid kit came in handy. And for about an hour and a half, I wore a makeshift eye patch. It was like gauze and medical tape with some other blue tape, and we just put it over there. And the hard part about it was I needed to close that eye, while I had the eye patch on. So I could only see out of one eye. So it was straining my other eye. So everything like got blurry after so long. And eventually my mom just said, just put a clean pillowcase on your pillow for tonight, take off the eye patch, and see how you feel in the morning. I'm happy to say I'm feeling a whole lot better. My eye is just really irritated, and it's bothering me. But, because I'm not inside any terrible pain or anything like that.
Oh, dude, that reminds me of a childhood story of mine. And I'm gonna take it really brief. But at one time I was at my friend's house, and he has dogs too, and they're huge, they're aggressive. They are Grand Danois. Have you heard of those?
No, I have not.
The world's largest dog, as announced by Guinness Book of World Records, is a Grand Danois. So you can tell that they're pretty huge.
Wow.
Yeah, they're very aggressive, so when I'm at his house, they have to lock them in. But one day, they forgot to lock in one of them. And I was alone in their living room with that dog, because my friend, he was like making a sandwich or something, I don't know, in the kitchen. So the dog is sitting on the bed, and I'm like, okay, buddy, we can't be enemies for all times. We need to make up. So I began walking towards the dog, thinking if I patted on its back, it might not hate me anymore. So I walked towards it, and as I'm getting closer, snatch. Right at my eye.
Oh, boy.
And I got bit half an inch under my eye.
Wow.
If it was just a little bit more accurate, I would have been blind in my left eye by now. So, I don't remember if I was crying or if it was just, ah, why did you do that? I don't really remember much details.
I shouldn't be laughing at this.
Oh yeah, you should. It was just a childhood story. But I don't remember much, but I remember that my mom got me this kind of weird Band-Aid. It was really thin and white and striped, and it looked kind of cool, actually. A few days later, I had a party. I think it was like my birthday or something. And my bigger brother, who is like 30, he looked at it and thought that it was really cool looking, like if I had a scar or something under my eye. So he wanted the same kind of Band-Aid on his eye, just to sympathize with me. As a kid, I thought he did it because I looked cool, but now I realize he just pretended to sympathize, and I appreciate that.
How old were you?
Ooh, good question. 9, perhaps.
I have a very similar story to that actually, and it involves my dog as well. And it's basically the same story of what I just told. I'll try and make this one faster. One day I was playing with my dog, me and my brother, and we were playing with a football this time. And we didn't really want him to play because he was like a puppy, and puppies are very wild. So I remember we were just playing, and he like ran in the room, and this time I fell down, and my brother didn't jump on me or anything. But the dog, he came right next to me, right underneath my eye. He scratched me. There was actual blood. It wasn't horrible or anything because it was like just a little cut. But seriously, if it was a little bit higher, I think I would have been blind as well. It was horrible.
We should join the Possibly Blind Club.
Yes, yes, yes. New name for next week, the Possibly Blind Podcast.
No. You know what I want to see on Discovery right now? I shouldn't have vision in my left eye.
Me and you can be on. Me and you can be on.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Everyone, email them. Request the show. Okay. Moving into pony-related subjects, you actually had a story for us, Simon.
What? No, when were you supposed to do? Like, how long we think MLP was supposed to last?
That will come later. But he had a article that he wanted to tell us about that he read.
Okay.
Yes, on both Huffington Post and Time, they both claim that Bill Clinton is a brony. Why, do you ask?
That.
Why would they think Bill Clinton is a brony? Because he was in an interview called, like, Not My Job or something, and they asked him a few questions about the My Little Pony show, and he aced all 3 questions, hands down. And all of the magazines, they were like, whoa, we got a brony over here. And bam, get writing, Bill Clinton is a brony. Everyone says, Bill Clinton is a brony. Even bronies say, hey, we got Bill Clinton. What do you got? But now, let me tell you the questions they asked him, and it starts to get obvious why he aced them. Okay, I'm gonna ask you the first one. See if you guys perhaps know it. I don't know.
Give us the Bill Clinton test.
Yes. See, it's really difficult. Another facepalm. Okay, I'm reading directly from the transcript, so I'm not adding any words or removing any words.
Okay.
Okay.
So here we go. You ready to do this? One of the current My Little Ponies is Rarity. That is her name, Rarity. What is her particular enthusiasm? A. She loves her little line of toys called My Even Tinier Ponies. B. Giving other ponies makeovers. Or C. Eating paste. Those were the options.
I'm gonna go with B.
The buck? Are you serious?
Yeah, that was the first question.
That was...
Cleaning was like, eating what? Eating paste, Mr. President. And quite obvious, he got right on that one.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say if I myself never watched MLP, I probably would have gone with A instead of B. Just saying, because I don't really, I mean, if I never watched it, that's kind of, I guess, the 2 options there, A and B, I guess, are kind of up in the air. But I guess B would be, I guess, a more obvious answer.
Okay,
It's
B.
really
so
obvious. I mean,
let's hear the next one.
Yeah.
this one, both A and B could possibly be realistic answers, but you're gonna love option C. I'm quoting again. Big enthusiasm, very fascist conscious our Rarity is. All right. When ponies in Equestria discover their true talents in life, they earn something. What? A. A tattoo on their flank, known as a cutie mark. B. A title, such as Fluttershy the Inventive. Or C. The right to mate.
I'm gonna go with C.
The buck?
You could have guessed B, a title, but
yeah, I guess B would make sense for someone who doesn't, watch the show.
But still, for a My Little Pony show, I mean, everyone knows that they have a figure on their flanks, even from the 80s. So it's still very, very obvious.
Yeah, I guess so.
A. So
yeah, I mean, I personally would go with A. Not even ever watching the show. But okay, let's go on to the next one.
This is the final question. That's true. All right. Well, let's see if you can be perfect. The pony's most powerful enemy is which of these? A. Krastos, the glue maker. That's not. B. The evil pony Nightmare Moon, who is actually good by now, Luna. Anyway. Or C. The cynical grown-up, Chester.
I'm gonna go with C. I think Chester is supposed to be inside season 3.
Yeah. I wonder what his last name is. Chester the Molester.
Possibly.
You know what?
Exactly.
That's it. I want that in season 3. Don't
Chester
care
the
anything
Molester,
else.
season
I
3.
want that
I agree.
person. I want that
I
person
agree.
in there. Don't care
Chester
who it is.
Molester will be inside season 3.
I don't care if they get
Yeah.
the guy who plays Sheldon from Big Bang Theory on his voice.
Oh, Jim Parsons. I would love to see him do that. That would be hilarious. Yeah, make it a live action crossover. And have
live-
Jim
oh my
Parsons
God.
be Chester the Molester talking to all the Phillies at the school.
You know what?
And like,
you know what?
and like Rainbow Dash is gonna see him talking to the CMC and be like, "Hey, what do you think you're doing?"
There should be a fan fiction about this. Except it's all the
Fan fiction,
stupid answers. It's all the stupid answers.
Someone needs to make that.
A fan fiction with all the super answers, like Rarity's eating paste, now they have like the right to mate and stuff, and like Chester. Oh, there needs to be a fan fiction about this. I don't care if it's a troll fic. I want that to happen.
I want that. I want that more than life.
So, in a nutshell, there is no wonder he aced it. I mean, the questions were just obvious, and it's
Okay.
just stupid that every single magazine thinks he's a hardcore brony because of this. It's insulting to him, it's
if you
insulting
watch
to
one
us,
episode-
and it's insulting to basically everyone who has a proper opinion.
Yeah, honestly, if you watch one episode, you would know all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you would have
Although,
an-
I do have to say, from the mindset of someone who I guess isn't a brony, you know, I mean, I guess it's understandable to think that, because if I never watched a show, I mean, A and B, I guess, at certain questions would be a little, you know, I would throw it up in the air. C, of course, would never be the answer, but I don't know. I mean, it's understandable to think maybe he's watched an episode, but I would in no way say he's a brony just because he knows that stuff.
I mean, he was laughing after every question, like, as if it was some sort of joke, so...
Yeah, the fan fiction
Honestly,
name-
if you ask my brother this, and he's actually a pony hater, I'm pretty sure he would know this stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, you know,
It's-
something, when he comes home,
very
I'm going to
funny.
ask him these questions. I think I'm going to ask him and see what he says.
Yeah, I did do that.
I think I will.
I think the fan fiction's name should be called Question C. I think that's what it should be called. Question C.
Okay, someone needs to get started on that immediately, but...
I don't care who it is. Someone needs to do it now.
Okay, well, now we need to move on to our next thing, because this podcast is actually going a little bit over, and we haven't even started our main subjects yet.
Yeah.
So, let's go on to the next subject we have. How long do you guys think MLP will last?
Well,
It has been a subject a lot of people have talked about. So, yes, we're a little late to the party, but I think it's something that we need to talk about.
I think it will go on like until like Hasbro says, well, that's all we got. Like, that's all we got. We thought about all of it. But I expect it to go like until I say like to the maybe 6th season, maybe 4th, maybe around there.
I mean, as long as we have Hasbro and as long as we have bronies and little girls with a proper sense of humor, I think it's just gonna go on. I mean, as much as I want to say 150 seasons, maybe not 150 seasons.
Yeah, I don't expect this to be like The Simpsons going on forever.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to get to, 20 seasons or 23 seasons, whatever they're up to now.
Yeah, around there. But I'm pretty sure it would last like maybe like, okay, it's like the last episode in the last season, like something big happens, and like at the end, like Hasbro says,
Yeah.
here we go. We, Hasbro, are gonna give you, the bronies, the fans, the rights to the show, and then like they get like out of the fandom, the best animators, the best voice actors, like nearly identical voices. Not like what Pinkie Pie's voice is in like the Pony Rock anthem, like she sounds like she's on heroin.
Yeah, I
But
actually don't like Pinkie Pie's voice in those videos.
yeah, but like the best identical voice actors, the best animators that can get like the original style perfect. They make the show. They put it. I don't know if they can put it back on TV or they just have it on a website or
It
something.
would
I'm
obviously
pretty sure
be
they
like a web series.
yeah, a web series like they can finally get that double rainbow episode out if they would allow it. Maybe they're trying to allow it in the third season, or maybe like I just said, the head can just give it to the fans. Like the fans have the rights to bronies. I mean,
Sorry to tell you, but
yeah.
I think you're biting off more than you can chew.
But
Yeah,
it's a
you went into a
it's a
totally different
possibility.
direction to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Like, this is a
but
different
it's just
episode
like-
entirely.
Yeah, but it's like a possibility. This could
Okay,
happen. I would-
calm down,
I'm saying.
calm down. Take your medication, and let's go back to the subject.
Oh, you're not gonna like use that sound clip.
No, because I told you we're not going to use that. But, like I said, calm down. Let's go back to the subject. Simon, how long
I'm
do you
sorry.
think it'll last?
I'm sorry I got off subject, guys. I'm sorry.
I forgot what I was gonna add.
Okay, honestly, I guess I'll go then. I think that the show will go on for as long as it stays good. Because I think that, of course, like everything, there's going to be a time where the older fans say, this isn't good, this isn't what I like, the show changed. Because this happens with everything. I mean, we have a giant population of fans now, but the cold hard truth is eventually they're going to change. And, you know, I mean, there's going to be changes, and maybe we're not going to like them, and we're going to say, okay, they're obviously, you know, they're saying, okay, we know who our fans are, and let's try and make the show more for, you know, a little bit in the direction more for, you know, older gentlemen, kind of like the show, regular show. I mean, that show's for kids, but there's jokes that kids obviously aren't going to get, stuff like that. And, you know, maybe will the show still be good? Probably, but it's going to be different. And I'm sure that they're going to lose fans that way. And, you know, I mean, eventually the show will change, so that's going to lose a lot of fans right there. But I think as long as bronies stay the way they are right now with support like this, I think we can easily make it to maybe 8 or 9 seasons.
Yeah, easily, yeah. I'm definitely
yeah,
sure we're
yeah,
gonna get 10 seasons.
Yeah, I'd say we can do that, but, you know, eventually there will be a time when they do something stupid or they mess up and people are going to be like, okay, this isn't good, no. I mean, they're going to lose some fans at some point. There will be a point where they just do something stupid. I mean, it's going to happen. And although, you know, they've done great so far, we only have 2 seasons for a show that we're all expecting to get 9 or 10.
Like, typically, if they would make, like, My Little Pony the movie, which is just gonna be a stupid marketing plot, you know, that's obviously gonna
Exactly.
ruin.
A marketing plot. What?
Like, see, I mean, if they make a movie, I want it to be good. I don't want them to make, you know, just a movie like, hey, we can make money. I want this to be like, let's make a good movie. That's what I want them to do, because if you look at it, there's about 8 gajillion My Little Pony movies that aren't Friendship is Magic from before. And, you know, I mean, they just do those direct-to-DVD. That's obviously, you know, just for money. There's no actual, you know, reason to watch it. Oh, I'm sure there is, but, you know, I mean, it's nothing that we would be interested in. So make something that's really good, and, you know, I would like to see a good movie where they don't mess themselves up.
I actually remember what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that, I mean, even if they do cancel the show, they're still gonna be bronies. I mean,
Yeah, we're still gonna
have a
the
look at
fandom.
steampunk. They're way after, but they still love steampunk, even though it's from 100 years ago. And I think that's kind of how we compare it to bronies if they cancel the show. I mean, the episodes are still there. They're not gonna be deleted from history.
Yeah.
So there's still gonna be people who enjoy them, even if, as long as they're episodes, there's still gonna be people who enjoy them.
Yeah, like, see,
Yeah.
I think it's going to turn after so long into more of like a nostalgia thing. So, say 10 years from now the show is canceled, which honestly, you know, it's possible. And we're all older. We can look back on the show, look at the T-shirts and stuff, and go, "Oh man, I wish that show was still going on." And I think eventually there's going to be some people who never give it up. But, you know, I mean, obviously we're always going to like the show, and we're going to be like, "Oh man, I missed that." But, you know, at a time it's going to turn into a really like, "Oh man, I wish it was still going on," and, you know, that's what certain bronies are going to be. But, yeah, I think it's going to turn into more of a nostalgia thing after so long. And
I can imagine in 40 years, I'm gonna be a dad, and I'm gonna take my teenage boy son, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey son, this show, it changed my life. Sadly, it ended after 13 seasons, but this is legendary. I want
Yeah.
to watch Malpony with you, son. Come here.
Yeah.
I can't talk about it now.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that's definitely what I would do. And actually, give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Oh, okay, I'm back. I just had to go ahead and do something really quick.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to edit that out.
Oh, okay.
No, I said the best line ever, so.
Yeah. Well, just to add the pause.
Oh, no, you have to keep all this. No editing. All right.
What?
No editing.
But no, you have to edit out because I said that one thing. Oh shoot!
Well,
now you're gonna
I
have to
didn't
leave
hear
that
it.
thing in.
Well, I can't wait to look over this footage and see what you guys said.
Yeah, it's pretty hardcore stuff. But like what you were saying, like when you two were saying, like let's say in 20 years, and it's like it's winter, and I'm saying, son, it's winter, and you gotta wrap it up. And then I'll think about, winter wrap up. Man, those were
the days.
Those are the happy
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. And honestly, I mean,
What was that?
Cheers.
Cheers. Man, finally we got rid of him. I
Yeah.
can't believe I don't think he's gonna come back.
hey guys, I'm back.
We don't really need. Oh.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
hey,
So,
hey,
oh,
hey,
yeah.
we missed you.
Yeah, sorry about that. My
Ow.
microphone got cut off there. Last I remember, we were talking about the whole nostalgia thing. So you got done saying about your winter wrap-up thing. So I'll just go on to what I was gonna say. Yeah, I would like to say one day when I have kids, telling them about the show. You know, I think it'll last long enough to where, you know, it's not gonna move on to next generation, but I think the show will have maybe
Yeah.
10 seasons.
Like,
Their estimate.
Yeah, like 10, 15 years from now, like, would like someone like reference it? Like you're talking with your friends stuff, like,
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a classic thing. Like how you can pretty much pull out any SpongeBob quote.
Like
Yeah,
reference
like-
the Big Lebowski.
yeah, like hey, there was a sale at the I don't know, at some place, and we got two for one of these. 2 for 1. The fun has been
Yeah,
doubled.
I think you can make, you know, I think it'll be able to be, you know, like SpongeBob, where you can pull out any quote, like, I had a bowl of nails for breakfast without any milk. And people will obviously, you know where that's from.
Yeah.
Alright, so with that, I think we'll move on to the next subject, which is, and let me pull it up, who is best pony and why?
One does not simply choose a best.
Well, do you have a favorite, basically, is what we're asking.
Watched.
Oh, okay.
Who is the best pony to you?
Story. Well, I don't know. I think it's a really hard decision. I'm going towards Rainbow Dash or Applejack. I mean, Rainbow Dash, she has a lot of flaws. There's no denying that. And Applejack, she seems pretty hardcore. I mean, she's honest, she's loyalty, like she's kind of covering both of those elements. But yeah, I think she's chill.
But Rainbow Dash is 20%
Applejack.
cooler.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I like Rainbow Dash, I would say that, but she hasn't really gotten the opportunity in the show to really show her potential. I mean,
Yeah.
I think she needs like an episode that really just shows how hardcore she can be. I mean, she cried from getting a boulder on her wing. You know, she hasn't really gotten that really pure awesome moment that I've been waiting for.
Yeah. And
When
she
that
read
happens, I'm converting to her again.
Yeah, she read one book, and everyone loves like.
Yeah, an episode based off her reading a book. I mean,
Okay, and
Yeah.
and what
sure,
about
she
you,
does
Austin?
break into a hospital.
Rarity, because she's the most fabulous of all the other ponies.
Well,
Pun intended.
fabulosity is one reason to say why someone is great.
Yes, and well, cause like, if you hear how she talks, she kind of has like a slight British accent, but it's like one of those slight things that you can tell, like, oh, she's faking it. She's totally faking that. She's trying a little too hard to do this. Now, I'm not saying that like the voice actor. I'm just saying her character as Rarity is trying a little too hard, because like, when do you see a person like that? Like in the real world, but now you see like in one of these kids cartoons, like That's freaking hilarious. And she's generous. She cut off her own tail just to give a sea serpent a mustache. And that's very nice of her. And she makes a bunch of dresses. Like she works really hard to like make.
Okay,
okay,
everyone's back. Okay, sorry, but once again we had some technical difficulties. Once again, because this podcast is great. So what was the last thing you said?
I think I was talking about we were talking about who was our favorite.
Yeah. You were talking about Rarity. Okay, so your answer is Rarity. So now let's move on to me.
Okay. Well, did you?
No, I was gonna add something about Rarity actually.
Okay, well, say what you need to say.
Well, would you hear me about? Would you hear me about Rarity? Like, would you recording it?
Yes, I believe we were. Now shut up and keep talking.
Okay, sorry. Jeez.
What I was gonna say is, I think it's kind of wrong that they call her generosity. I mean, she's the most greedy of them. If I have to pick someone who's the most greedy, I'd say it's Rarity. I mean, look at the wedding episode, how she just grabs the bouquet and is like, mine. And then we have the sister Hoof's social episode where she also shows kind of greed and selfishness. She doesn't really care about Sweetie Belle at the beginning, you know.
Well, that's I see what you said about the whole like the royal wedding thing, but that was like one time, and the whole Discord thing that was like she was acting her opposite, what she really is, and the whole sister hate thing. Well, Sweet Belle was like messing things up for her. She was like really busy.
That is just sibling rivalry. Trust me, me and my brother go through it every day.
And like at the end of the episode, like you see like like Rarity did the sister social with Sweet Belle. That's really nice. She actually did. That's really nice of her. She was being very generous.
But then we have the episode where Fluttershy becomes a superstar. She also shows a lot of a little bit greed and jealousy there too.
Well, yeah.
For example, put Applejack in that situation. She wouldn't mind at all. She wouldn't be jealous. She would just, oh, you're happy, I'm happy. You know, that's the kind of philosophy that Pinkie Pie, Applejack, Twilight, they used that, but Rarity I haven't really seen too much.
Well, I kind of understand what you said about that one episode. Yeah, I see about that, but it's like that was like a one-time thing, and they had like a mutual agreement at the end. Like it's like, oh, I'm sorry, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry. It's all right, and everyone was happy at the end.
Okay, so can I go to mine now?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Lyra's best pony. I choose Lyra, and
I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that one time.
The one where it's all I need.
Hello?
It's all I need.
Yes. Whoa. Yes.
Okay, don't fake it.
Are
We're
you
not getting
serious?
disconnected. If we did that again,
Don't fake it. That's what she
don't
said.
fake it.
Hello, guys.
Okay, stop at. Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Okay, apparently he got disconnected. Great for the.
No.
So now we are back again. Freaking finally! We've been having lots of technical difficulties, and as I was saying, Lyra's best pony out of the background ponies. Out of main 6, I choose Pinkie Pie.
Yep. That's.
I don't think I really need an explanation there.
Nope.
You can't go wrong with Pinkie.
Okay, so next thing we're going to talk about is we all saw the clips for the BronyCon documentary. How do you guys feel about that?
Winter, I cannot wait.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah.
It's coming in winter?
That's what the end of the trailer said. Or one of them said that.
Yeah.
Very excited for it.
I can't believe there was a fire in there. Jeez.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I'm really excited for it. Austin, you were at BronyCon. Do you have anything to add towards that?
It was an amazing experience, and I'm going to go next year, whenever it is, wherever.
If it's in New Jersey.
It's a miracle that it was in New Jersey, like so close.
Simon, are you still there?
Yep.
Okay, good. Just testing. I guess that's really all we have to say about the BronyCon documentary. If you guys want to check out those links, then the link is inside the description down below.
Don't say don't say down below. Don't act like the viewers of this thing are like idiots. They know how to use YouTube. Don't say down below. There's the links and the comment box and the like and the subscribe buttons and the favorite button too. So make sure you click those down there. No, These people are not idiots.
I'm going to use that clip for all my videos now.
Don't point it down. They know how to use YouTube. They're not idiots. And don't point. And I hate when people say, "Oh, point down in the description." Don't point down. I know it's that. I'm not an idiot. Don't do that. It's cliche, stupid, and you make me feel like an idiot.
He's having another rant.
Okay, calm down. Take your medication, and let's move on to the next subject. So how do you guys feel about Legends of Equestria?
Awesome.
Ooh, I can't wait till that comes out.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
you guys all saw the trailer. For those who haven't, it's down below inside the description.
But it's pre-alpha, so
Yes,
it will take
pre-alpha.
forever.
Yeah, so probably
Gonna be a while.
2-3 years.
Like the Journey of the Spark. Yeah. Have
This
you heard about that?
No, I haven't actually. What is that?
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Oh, maybe we should save that for a topic, or we can just talk about it now. Journey of the Spark is a full-length movie that's in production by Bronies.
What is it about?
It's, I don't know. It's the return of Discord. That's all that have been released. There, we're gonna have Gilda in it. I think we're gonna have Trixie in it.
Ooh.
And I heard interviews with the voice actors. They interviewed the person who's gonna voice act Rarity, and they voice act the woman who's gonna voice act Celestia. And wow, they were 95% on with their when they talked as Celestia and Rarity. It's amazing. I'm definitely looking forward to this. But as I was referring to, it's coming out towards the holidays of 2014.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Mark my calendar.
Yeah, mark my calendar, exactly. So I guess we're not going to talk about Legends of Equestria, then.
I mean, what is it to say? I mean, is there a quest, or is it just talking to people?
I believe they said there's going to be quests. You know, there's going to be stuff to do. You're going to be able to, like, get jobs, I believe, to earn bits and for, you know, stuff. You're going to be able to customize your character, stuff like that. It's basically an MMO with ponies in it. I think it looks very good.
Yeah, that sounds great. Because I was just thinking that it was just gonna be some weird place that you can just hang out, like some chat box. But that's great. That's great too, you know.
Okay. Also, fighting is magic. I really been wanting to talk about this. Simon, you actually told me something, and do you feel as if you should share it with the rest of the world about fighting is magic?
Didn't? I thought I'd said that in the last one, the last podcast.
I don't think you didn't mention it in the podcast. This was later.
Oh, okay. That Fight is Magic has been leaked.
Yes.
Yeah, it's some bad news, really. I mean, many have already downloaded the leaked version, but I did too. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I did too out of curiosity. I wanted to see how the engine was built up. I wasn't gonna plan on having any playing marathons to figure out the controls. I just wanted to see the engine. But, I mean, for you out there who become like, oh, leaked, let's play it. I just want to bust the whole lot to you that the AI, it's not there. You're just fighting someone who's just standing still.
Yeah, there is no AI. I, on the other hand, think this is amazing because I've been following Fighting is Magic since around April, and I am freaking waiting for this thing. And this is also inside pre-alpha, so this game is, like, nowhere near done, and it looks amazing. I remember they had some type of demo, and it was at some type of pony convention. It was, and I don't remember what the name of it was, but they had some kind of demo, and everyone said it was great.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, so I think that's pretty much all the pony topics we have for this time. So now let's move on to gaming. What games have we been playing this week? Simon, you go first.
Skip me. I haven't played games.
Okay, how about you, Austin?
Well, been playing a lot of Skyrim. I really got back into playing that game. I'm having a blast. I'm playing Final.
He's going out every day from
Yeah, I'll cut this out, okay? Sorry about that. This is the problem with doing one of these inside your living room.
Okay, so I'm playing a lot of Skyrim. I'm having a blast with that ring game, back into it. And we're having a great time. I've been playing Final Fantasy X. I forgot how funny that game was and how much of a great time I could have. I've had fun playing games and stuff, and I've been playing lots of Halo Reach lately, and yeah, been playing a lot of games.
I, on the other hand, have been kind of busy, and I didn't really get to play games this week. I am still doing Scott Pilgrim vs. the World and Batman Arkham City. I actually do plan on getting more into Final Fantasy VII, which I bought like a month ago and never got to play it. So that's what this is basically what I'm looking forward to. So with that, I'd like to talk about a subject here. I want to go and a place that, you know, we all have. Let's talk about our first experiences with gaming, back to when we were, however, you know, young we were. Simon, what was your first experience with gaming?
I remember we had some sort of Sega system, Dreamcast maybe. No, it wasn't Dreamcast, but I don't know what it was. But it was a Sega console and it had this weird monkey game. They were just a monkey or jumping on platforms and stuff. I don't remember much from it, but this has been puzzling me throughout my entire life. That game with that monkey has a dark connection in my memories. I don't know. It's so dazzling. I don't know. I mean, it seems like an innocent game. I actually figured out the title and I actually saw some gameplay of it, and I don't get why, but something is just making my memories think that is a bad game. As if I saw a screamer, a pop-up, playing during the game. Something like that would like haunt me forever. I don't know.
I think I picked a good subject for us to talk about today. Let's try and dive into Simon's psychological mind here and figure out what this is on the next episode.
Please go on, please.
On the next episode, we're gonna be your therapist. But do you have anything else to say about that?
No, I don't remember much from that game, but I can tell you one thing. Has any one of you played Cell Damage?
No.
No.
That is next to SSX Tricky on my best games ever
Okay,
list.
really quick high five, because SSX Tricky was like one of the greatest games ever.
I have to
Exactly.
I have to
And
check
then
that
Cell
out.
Damage is right up there too. That's how good it is. That's how good it is.
What was
You're
like your,
basically
okay,
driving in
continue.
this vehicle. You're on a map, a huge map, and there are like 6 or 8 other AIs around the map, and you're basically just driving around slamming into each other. But it gets way more interesting. Spread out across the map are random weapons. You drive into the weapon, you pick it up. It can be a Gatling gun. It can be a giant boxing glove that just like shoots out and punches the other vehicles. It can be a crossbow, or it can be a catapult that launches away the enemies, and it's so much fun to just go round and crash into each other, and you can play multiplayer, split screens, teamwork, and the maps are so interesting. The maps have catapults, they have dungeons, some small secret areas that you can hide in, and it's like Call of Duty but with cars and the most randomest weapons ever.
What console is this for?
PlayStation 2.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna have to check that out.
I have to check
Yes,
that out.
yes, you should.
Okay, Austin, now you go into your childhood, and what was your first experiences with gaming?
I think it was around, I was like 4, maybe 5, and I saw like this commercial, and I thought about like a Game Boy, like one of those old ones, you know, the one with the color, Game Boy Color, and I thought, ooh, that sounds cool, that looks fun. And I asked my mom, hey mom, can you give me that? And might as well. She got me one, and she got me 2 games. She got me this weird puzzle game and stuff. It's like it's kind of like Tetris, except you did it with fruit and stuff. It was really weird. And this Rayman game, like where you have to like jump up and you have to just jump and get to the top. I forgot like how it went, and I really liked those, and it was like really fun. And that was like one of the first games I ever played.
Okay, my first ever experience with gaming, I can't pinpoint exactly what it was, but I do remember we had an N64. I don't remember playing games like Super Mario 64 or Zelda or anything like that, but I do remember a certain Scooby-Doo game. But I very vividly remember my first console I ever had that was mine, and this is where I really got into gaming. The first console I ever owned was a GBA. And the first game I ever got, I remember my mom bought it for me. She sent it to me because at the time I was staying with my aunt and uncle. And I remember it was Sonic Advance for the GBA, and I loved that game so much. She sent a whole bunch of other games too, but that was like the main one that I loved. And then I remember later on I got a PS2, and you know, at first it was a whole bunch of like kiddie games like the Fairly Odd Parents and stuff like that. But the first like that I can say like real video game that wasn't based off of a cartoon or something, you know, for the PS2 was Sly Cooper 2 Band of Thieves, and that game has a whole bunch of meaning to me. Because it's just a great game, and I really, really loved it, and I was like, oh man, what is this? This is crazy. This is awesome, because it was like the first game that wasn't, you know, super popular at the time, at least to me, or based off of a cartoon or a movie. So it really meant a lot to me, and that game was awesome.
Okay, that's cool.
So now I want to go on to another subject while we're in our childhood period here. Favorite game from your childhood that you would like to see continued?
Still Damage. And
Okay.
SSX Tricky.
Yeah, they actually made a new SSX Tricky, but I heard it wasn't that good. They made one
Yeah.
recently.
Me too.
Ah, sadness.
And fortunately, they brought back some of the characters from SSX Tricky, like Eddie and Simon. My favorite because he says my name.
Yeah, obviously.
That's kind of funny. You know, I live in Sweden. My primary language is Swedish. So for quite a while, and I mean years, I thought Simon with P and Z and Y. I thought that was the English spelling of Simon for so long. So in English class, I assigned my name Simon. The teacher was confused, and I was like, you know, that's how you spell Simon in English. And she was like, no. Are you from another country? And I'm like, no. And that's when I guess I learned that it's the same boring old spelling in all languages.
Okay, and what about you, Austin?
Surprisingly, people are gonna get really shocked when I say this. Like, it's kind of like two. It's like Viva Pinata, like those strategy games. Because I when I was a kid, I used to play those games all the time. There's like seriously no end to that game. There's no point in saying, well, there's nothing I can do now. There's always something you can do. And seriously, I think I spent around like over 200 hours in each game. I really hope that they continue that because it's just an awesome game, and I hope they try to make like another one and put like a bunch of more stuff, more pinatas, more things you can do, and everything. And this is kind of like another weird one is, well, what's the thing I'm looking for? Half-Life 3. That's kind of because when I first got the orange box, I was like around 12 to 13ish, and like I really loved it. Like, oh my god. And like I'm 16 now, and I thought like, wow, this game is really awesome. And it was like one of the first ever games I played that was like a really great game. I actually love to play it. Like I've done pretty much everything in the game. So I just thought about what if I can just have fun, just mess around and stuff, and that's what I did, and it was really fun. So definitely I would really love to see Half-Life 3. That would be amazing.
For me, I have two games, and they were both for the PS2, and they were the Ape Escape series, which they did make a new Ape Escape, and it was for the PlayStation Move, but they made it like it was like an anime rail shooter where you captured the monkeys. And it was like, I heard it was terrible, so I don't even want to give that a try. What I would like to see is a real Ape Escape games, like the first three ones. And the other one, well, my dream comes true because Sly Cooper Thieves in Time comes out later this year. So I'm pretty happy right now. I would just like to see a real Ape Escape game be made. Like another one. So I guess that does it for games. So let's move on to anime. What animes are we watching this week, boys? You go first, Simon.
Pronounce
Sword
it
Art
right.
Online.
Please pronounce the other one right too.
Oh, yes, and it's another one you watch.
Haruhi.
Yes, and you want to try and pronounce the full name?
Oh god. The Melancholy.
Melancholy. The Melancholy of
Melancholy.
Haruhi Suzumiya.
Ari Suzumiya. Yeah, got it.
Okay, so really quick, I tried to describe to you what Sword Art Online is, and for the people who don't know, I'll try and describe for them real quick. Basically, this new game comes out, and it's in the year 2022, and people are freaking out over it. So once he finds out that this game is out, this dude goes ahead and buys it, and it's like this virtual reality game. He was a beta tester for it, and everyone's saying, "Oh my God, this game's like amazing." So when they go into the game, they need to put like a helmet on and lay down in bed, or whatever. So they start out the game, and he meets this guy, and blah blah blah, so on. This guy tries to log out. He says, "I can't log out." So they find out, okay, wait, no one can log out. Why is this? They try calling for help, nothing happens. So then they get like teleported to like the main square of that village or whatever it was for the first level, and this giant monster like comes out and says, "I'm the creator of this game. You can't leave this game unless you beat all 100 floors, or if you die. If someone tries to take your helmet off, you will die. You cannot log out, and if you die in the game, you die in real life." That's basically Sword Art Online. And when I described that to Simon, what did he think it was? Yep, exactly. Simon made the world's greatest comparison. And I never really thought about it. I'm like, shut up.
But it's in 3D.
Yeah. Oh man, it's in 3D.
Those were so cheesy 3D techniques, man.
If you look at like how like there's a part where like he puts his hand out to the audience, that's so stupid. Especially because they show that on like TV all the time and it's not in 3D, so it looks so cheesy. It's like, wait, why is he doing that? It's like you forget this was Spy Kids 3 in 3D. Like you don't the gimmick doesn't last very long. So
watching it again in 2D makes it looks so cheesy.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so what do you think of Sword Art Online and Haruhi so far?
If I'm gonna begin with Sword Art Online, I think it's great. I mean, I'm getting into role-playing games like that, so I really feel like a connection with all leveling up, getting gear, and all that. And the 100 floor, it feels exciting as you can pinpoint how far he is and how much he has left, because it does show in the cutscenes up at the top which floor he is currently at. I think that's great, and with a little bit boring side plots, like this girl who's gonna help, it's okay. It's still entertaining. It still has an entertaining value. I like it. I really do like it.
And what about Haruhi?
The first 6 episodes, they were awesome. The whole no spoilers part it's just brilliant. It's like Death Note. It just gets you, wow. Who did this? Genius. But then the rest, they seem so random. It feels like it doesn't have anything to do with the whole she is God thing. It's just random.
Well, she's not. She just has a power that she can do whatever she wants.
Yeah, but
it's not that. It's just that she has the power to do what she wants.
So I'm gonna go with their theory.
Well, no, because then remember they said she just has the power to do what she wants. There's many theories about her.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, we're going to move on with Austin.
Well, I just kind of got done watching Panty and Stockings, which was amazing. I loved it, all of it. It was hilarious, and it really, it's amazing. It's an amazing show. I really liked it. How it broke down walls, and then it made their own, then it broke down their own walls. There's no limit how much they can do in there. It's really great, very funny. That ending shocked me, which was like, oh my god, which is amazing. So hilarious, but it's really great. I'm not sure what I'm going to be watching now. Since I just finished one. If you have a recommendation, Sunny, or...
I will give you one actually after the podcast, because I have a couple in mind I would like you to watch. But
Okay.
I'll give you those after the podcast. So what I've been doing is, last week I said I was going to start to watch more Dark and Black, but my computer is really sucky, so it's kind of hard for me to watch it. I got around to watching 3 episodes of Darker and Black. I thought it was really good. And then I actually started watching some subbed anime. Of course, I started watching Sword Art Online. I have finished the first 7 episodes. Thought they were amazing. I watched the first season of, and excuse me because I'm going to try to pronounce this right, Yuri, or Yuri, or Yuri. Yuri? That's what they call it, so I'm just going to stick with that. It's basically Lucky Star on TV 14 crack. That's how I'll explain it. It's like Lucky Star with a more grown-up feeling to it. Although it's still hilarious and goofy. It's a slice of life comedy about 4 girls. This time they're inside middle school though, not high school. Big change there.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I started up the second season 2 days ago. Thought it's pretty good. I'm not too far into it, but I'm enjoying it. It feels like the same, so it doesn't feel like they changed anything. It feels like, just the exact same show, season 2. Also, because K-On! The second collection for season 2 of K-On! Is coming out, I decided to go ahead and revisit the first half of season 2. I'm on the last episode of that one, and I really enjoyed it.
Weeaboo.
Sorry, I'm not a weeaboo. I just enjoy stuff.
Okay.
So now, moving on to a very weeaboo subject. Subbed anime versus dubbed anime. I've given my feelings off this, so now I want you and Simon to talk about it.
I'm gonna have to say dubbed.
Sub can burn in hell.
Okay then. Well, can you guys try and explain why?
Austin first.
I understand English.
So basically,
I
you,
guess
you, you you don't like to read.
I like to read manga, and so I don't like to do this. I like to. Okay, I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch the subbed anime. Okay, here you go. Okay, the little minute long intro. Okay, okay, people are talking. Okay, pause, read, play.
I don't know what anime you're watching
pause.
with a minute long intro. By the way,
That's
just
like
saying
every.
it.
That's like every.
I'm sorry,
single...
most of them are a little bit longer.
Okay, okay, here I go. Okay, watch, pause, read, play, pause, read, play, pause, read, play, pause, read. I can't do that. That's like it gets on my nerves a little.
Can't you just read along with how it's going?
Yeah, but I like to take time and read things out. That's how I do it.
Do you have anything to input on the subject, Simon?
Yep. I have nothing against subbed anime. I see nothing wrong with it, but I just think that I prefer English because it feels like I can finally hear them put emotion behind their lines. I mean, in Japanese, it's, and I can distinguish when someone sounds angry. Okay, of course I can, but still, it's not the same as English. I just feel like I can really hear their emotions. As with text, I'm just sitting there half the time reading, half the time looking at the screen, so... And I sometimes, during boring scenes while watching in English, I can just click to another tab and quickly check my email.
Yeah.
While keeping it playing, but with Japanese, it's like, clicking next tab, am I missing something?
That's really good impersonation of the Japanese language.
Yeah, they could be talking about someone...
One thing I need to know.
Yeah.
That's
basically
it.
Yeah,
Stop
they could be talking about someone just...
That you're gonna facepalm so hard when I say this.
What?
While watching Sword Art Online, one of the characters was basically about to say goodbye to one of the others. She was saying a few lines, and then she said, "Sayonara," and then she left. And I was like, "Sayonara's Japanese?" I never knew.
You never knew? That's like the one word you're supposed to know.
It was like Spanish.
Oh,
my reaction was it was flawless. I was like,
I actually remember that as the funny part. I remember seeing that and going, oh yeah, because I thought about the Terminator, because there's a really funny fact about that. But yeah, I actually noticed that too, but I didn't freak out over it. I recognized it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I know that word.
Yeah, I'm not really against. I don't really like subbed anime, but if you like it, whatever. That's what you like. But I just prefer dubbed, so like I can hear like, oh, this is like you were saying, Simon, like you can hear like the emotion, like this person's like loud. Like if they like a bunch of like Japanese people like in anime, like what am I talking about? In anime, like you hear them like talking in Japanese, and like you hear them like talking loud or like, give me an example. Say something, so I don't have to sound stereotypical. So you can sound stereotypical.
I don't know.
Like, just say like anything in Japanese. Try.
By the way, he's not saying real words there. He's just making sounds.
Like, see, right there.
Or that maybe he is. Like, I don't know.
Okay, right there. That what he just said there. That could mean like, okay, like if there was sub here, like let's say. that could have said like
anything.
I could have said anything if it was sub.
I don't
like,
know if he
let's
was
just say.
angry, happy,
Yeah,
emotional.
he could have said that in angry, like, let's like, oh no, someone just died. Like, he could have said that in like a really shocked way, or he could have just said that the way he did, and he could say like, hey, what did you did yesterday? Like, oh, I went to Outbacks or something, like, whatever. Like, I can if they say it in English, I know what they're talking about. This person's talking loud and like they're meaning, like, oh no, someone just died. Like, or they're talking calmer. Like, I
But
can't really
obviously we can tell when someone's angry. I mean, when
Yeah.
normally they're like,
Yeah.
but when they
I
act
mean,
like,
we can-
what did you do?
Well, okay, like,
But-
see,
yeah.
we know what they're...
But with English, you can feel
Yeah.
tension.
Like,
Yeah,
you
can hear-
feel
yeah,
it
you can-
more. You feel
yeah, you
what
can hear
they're saying.
more.
You really, it puts you in the shoes of like what they're doing. You get the feeling of, oh wow, this is serious. Where if it's in a different language, you don't quite get all that emotion.
Yeah, because you have to like
exactly.
understand, like, okay, this person's saying this like loud. Okay, he really
Yeah, that means
means
he's
this.
angry.
Like, he's being serious here. Okay, but like when like it was in English, you oh wow, this guy just said it really loud and serious. Like, he means this stuff. But like when you're watching sub, you have to think about it. Okay, he might be saying it like this. See?
Okay, well, personally, this is how I feel about it, and I've said this before, but I'll go ahead and say it again. Subs and dubs is a really hard category because, like Justin Rojas does it, you have to take it on a case-by-case, basis. Like, for a show like Baccano, do not watch Baccano subbed, watch it dubbed, obviously, because, you're dealing with New York accents, just like he said. Certain shows you just get a different feeling from. Like, Sword Art Online obviously has not been dubbed yet, easily. I'm sure there's a fan dub out there, but it's probably not very good, because I hate fan dubs. I mean, it's really hard to, kind of explain. I can watch the show subbed, like, Yuri Yuri and Sword Art Online, they're subbed animes. I actually, I still love them, but I am anxiously awaiting for the dub so I can kind of understand, a little bit more. It's like, I know what they're saying, I get their emotions, but I'm just really anxious to see just how it, what will they sound like and stuff. But, personally, I don't really care, I mean, if it's good, then I'll listen. I mean, as long as it's not super annoying, I'll go ahead and watch it. But... Yeah, actually, in fact, last night, just because it got me curious, I was watching K-On! And I remembered, wait, I have the DVD, I can just switch to subbed. So I switched to sub just for the curiosity of seeing how the voices sound. And, I mean, that show, it's like, the casting was absolutely perfect for the English dub. Like, wow, that's really accurate. The only one, and that is a perfect point, Moogie, when there's an episode where they go to a festival and she says she wants to go ahead and try yakisoba. So in the dub version, she's like, "Oh yes, I would like to try yakisoba. That's what I want to do." And she's like a little, like, yeah, I actually want to try this. In the Japanese subversion, it's like yakisoba, yakisoba, yakisoba. It's like this gave off two totally different feelings of how much she wanted this. So that right there is a perfect example of sometimes it's a little hard to understand. Because she sounded like she was, I'm very angry, I want my yakisoba. It sounded, kind of like that. Where in the dub version it was like, I would like to try yakisoba. It sounds like fun. Now I'm sure it's not a direct quote, but it was, something like that. So it's very different, but at the same time, I mean, as long as it sounds good, I'll listen to it or read it. So I'm pretty sure that just about wraps up. Does anyone have anything else to say?
2 days ago, I told my dad that I'm a brony.
Oh, well, you sure brought that up earlier.
Yeah, I just remembered it now.
And we'll continue that subject later.
He really didn't take it that serious, which is a good thing. Like, the best thing that they could do, like your parents could do, is like not take it seriously. Like, whatever, he likes his shows, whatever, doesn't matter. And I showed him, like, I watched the show. A lot of other people watch the show. I told him that how I went to BronyCon and there was like a lot of people there.
I don't know how you hid that from him.
What's that?
I don't know how you hid. Oh yeah, I went to a giant convention from him.
Yeah, I went to. Well, he was out. He was out with his friends, like on a golfing trip thing, and so he wasn't in the house.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So then, I told him, like, I watched the show. A lot of other people watched the show, and actually I showed him the winter wrap up episode, and like I showed him like the song, and I was actually singing the song, and he said, "Wow, you know the lyrics to the song?" Like, yeah, I know all the lyrics to the song, and he was laughing when I was singing it because I know every single word of it.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, but he didn't take it that serious. He thought, well, whatever. It's just a little show they watch. It doesn't really matter.
And that was Austin's coming out story.
Yeah.
The Brony version, of course, because
Yeah,
you know we're
yeah.
not like that.
Yeah. Well, coming out of the closet that doesn't really mean like you're gay and you're coming out of the closet. Like in the closet means like, oh, I'm keeping something secret. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I'm a
You
like
don't need to explain the term. You don't need to.
like
Explain.
I'm a closet brony. I'm trying to like not everyone to know everyone. Like I'm a, let's say something else. I'm a closet uh, punk rock band, and I don't want no one to find out about this.
I'm a closet punk rock band. We only
Like
play in
player.
the closet.
Yeah, and like I don't want no one to know. It's like that just means that you're keeping a secret, and you don't want no one to no one to know about it. That's
Okay, and
what
this
it
has
means.
been explaining words with Austin.
Yeah. Tune in next time. We're gonna find out the word contradiction.
Yeah, and one of these days we'll find out the meaning to the word procrastination.
Yeah. Oh,
True.
but I'll get to it later.
Yeah, later, maybe a couple episodes from now.
Yeah.
But this has been New to Being Otaku, also known as Sunny Nicholas, along with...
Austin
Simon
Cam,
from A Hater Kill My Mom.
you're kind of interrupting me, Simon. Whatever.
Wow.
Okay, Austin Cam.
And...
And
Say bye!
bye. Oh God, jeez. Okay.
Otaku
Bye.
out!
Bye.
Bye.
Otaku out, I always say it last. Otaku out.
Down below, there's the links and the comment box and the like and subscribe buttons and the favorite button too. So make sure you click those down there.